Hi there, it's Catrin from 3Ps and welcome to the gym. This is a different gym video because this one is actually about how you mentally prepare to lift, and in particular how you can summon up a particular mindset which helps you lift well. It's something which a lot of athletes use, and it's an element of something called NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming. I'm a master practitioner in NLP and I use anchoring a lot with clients, and I just thought I'd share with you what that means and how that can help you in your training. So there's a lot of athletes use it, and it's a way to create a particular mindset, because what it does is it allows you, using a physical anchor, so a particular touching. I use different fingers of my hands to associate that touch with an emotion. Now, if you think this all sounds like complete bollocks, I can completely see where you're coming from, but if you remember your science at school, you may have heard of an experiment called Pavlov's dogs, where a scientist took a load of dogs and he knew that there was a reflex that they would salivate when they saw food. So what he decided to do was to see whether or not he could create that reflex, could create that state without the food present. So what he did was he gave the dogs food, but he rang a bell at the same time. So sooner or later, the dogs would start to associate the food coming with not just the food arriving and them seeing the food, but also with the bell. And he got to the point where just using the bell, the dogs would salivate. And so he proved that in terms of our reflex and our state, it could be altered with an external stimulus that was not necessarily in any way linked directly to what the reflex was about. So that was the experiment. So that's the science. So how can you use that science in terms of your training and your mindset? Well, the next thing to appreciate is that when it comes to mindset, mindsets are created. Mindsets are not like the weather that just come and visit you. They are something which happens within you, and you do control. So it is completely untrue to think that you can't control the way you feel. Certainly you can. And if you are feeling a bit down and dumps, or you're feeling unenergetic, you have a choice. You can either stay in that state, or you can alter your mindset. You can alter your state. Now, some people do that already, and they do that with self-medication. Some people take tranquilizers, some people take antidepressants, some people take alcohol or drugs. That's all about changing your state. Now, all of those behaviors are external. They're about things that you do to yourself, which from my own perspective is not the best way to alter your state, because there are also the ability within yourself to alter your state. You don't need to take stuff to alter your state. So the state I'm going to talk about today is one of focus and energy. How do you create that state? And it's very simple to do. So I'm going to take you through what you need to do, and then you probably need a week, or maybe say 10 minutes a day, and you will find that at the end of that week, like Pavlov's dog, you will be able to switch that state on. So when you're getting ready to go to the gym, you can switch that state on. Now, I use the energy and focus state for lots of things, not just training. So I use this in other parts of my life, particularly if I have got an important meeting to go to. If I'm doing, for example, I'm going to do a video, I want to feel energetic and focused, I'll often use this technique. So this technique is called anchoring. And the reason it's called anchoring is because you're going to take a particular physical gesture and you're going to anchor it to the state you want. So generally speaking, when you use anchoring, you use your hands. So I have an anchor where I touch my thumb and my third finger, and that for me is my energetic and focused state. Okay, now that doesn't happen like, don't say I'm going to be energetic and focused and touch those fingers. That's not how it works. I'm going to create that state in my body, and then I'm going to touch those fingers together, and I'm going to do that twice. And then over the sake of 7 days, you would do that twice each day, to the extent that at the end of that week, like Pavlov's dogs, if you would just be able to touch those two fingers together, and you will feel that state. I will show you this works. I have another anchor, and that anchor is for calm. And as soon as I touch those two fingers together, which is my thumb and my second finger, I take a deep breath. That is completely involuntary, but I feel calm. Okay, so I have lots of different anchors for different states I want, but the energetic state for me is the two fingers. You don't have to touch fingers. You can touch a wrist, you can touch an ear, whatever you want to do, but it needs to be something you remember, because it's got to be the same gesture each time, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, so choose your gesture. It could be these two fingers, any of these fingers on your hands. It could be touching either wrist, touching an either ear, whatever you want it to be. Okay, now the next thing you do is got to summon up the state that you want. Now the way that you do that is just through your imagination. So what you need to do is you need to think back to a time when you felt particularly energetic and focused. Now this is the point at which it probably makes sense, if you can, to close your eyes, because you're trying to think back and find a time when you felt particularly energetic and focused. So just think back. See if you can think and picture in your mind a time when you felt particularly energetic and focused. So keep thinking about it, scroll through things that have happened to you. Find a time. It might be a time when you were very happy, it might be a time you were on holiday, or the time you had to take your driving test, or you had to go to a party, whatever it may be, and you felt particularly energetic and focused. When you've got one of those events in your head, you need to picture it in your head. And you need to picture what it looked like, how it smelt, how it sounded, what people were saying, how you felt in your body. But get that picture going in your head. And once you've got that picture in your head, I want you to take that picture and I want you to make it brighter in your head and bigger. So if the picture in your head looks about 2 inches wide, make it 4 inches wide. Okay? The picture is a sort of dull coloured, almost like turning Technicolor on. Just intensify the colours in your brain. Keep your mind on that event and keep turning that event over in your mind. And start to feel in your body the way you felt in that event, how energetic and focused you were. And so now start to concentrate on that emotion in your body. So how does that feel? Is your breathing quicker? Are you standing up straighter? Are you smiling? Or do you feel excited? Can you feel your heart going quicker? Do you feel slightly warmer? Picture, feel how you feel. And while you're feeling this, deliberately increase the intensity of that emotion. So if you're feeling happy, tell yourself, I'm now going to feel happier. If you're feeling energetic, I'm now going to feel more energetic. Just keep focusing and increasing that sensation in your body. When you feel you have got to a peak, I want you to touch your anchor. So when you feel the most emotion you think you're going to get from this event, then touch your fingers together, or your wrist or your ear, whatever it is. To literally just touch and then relax. And then as the emotion starts to decrease, release your gesture again. So release your hands, release your wrist, whatever it may be. Okay, now you might feel slightly spaced out. I certainly feel slightly spaced out now, but I can feel that emotion in my body and I feel very energetic. Now we're going to do it again. The same thing, you use the same event. It's not about variety here, it's about the emotion, increasing the feeling of it in your body. So again, just close your eyes and go back to that event again. Picture it again. Okay. Again, if it's 2 inches, make it 6. Now make it 8 inches, make it even larger. If it was in Technicolor, make it double Technicolor now. So really brighten up the colours in that picture. When you hear the voices, hear them more clearly. When you feel the emotions in your body, feel them more intensely. So feel that excitement more intensely. Feel that feeling of focus, laser-like focus, really intensely in your body. Feel it. Feel yourself tingling with focus. When you feel that you have got to the maximum amount of energy and focus from that event, you can feel it all over your body. Touch your anchor. Stay as long as you can in that intense state. As it starts to ebb and flow away, release your anchor and open your eyes. Now, that's all there is to it, okay? Do that twice a day for a week. At the end of that, you should simply be able to touch your anchor, whatever it may be. See, as soon as I do that, that's my calm anchor. I take a breath. But with your energy and focus anchor, which is this one for me, as soon as you do that, you should feel energy and focused. It's a great way, maybe as you're getting at the gym, you're getting into your gym things, touch your anchor before you walk into the gym. When I walk into a gym, particularly a new gym, for me, it feels almost like I'm walking into either a gladiatorial space or a stage. That's how it feels. Now, part of that is with being a woman, of course. Walking into a weights room, it's unusual, and you know that you're going to be judged and studied. You know that. But part of it also is a feeling of, let the games begin. Let the fight begin when I walk into a gym and I know I'm going to train heavy. And so walking in there feeling energetic and focused is a fantastic way to start your workout. So do try. I really hope that helps. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, obviously that's up to you. Do subscribe. It'd be really such a pleasure to have you. This channel is all about exercise, particularly technical weights exercise. It's about weightlifting. It's about diet, fitness, resilience, and mindset. I'm a coach, a personal trainer, and a master practitioner in neuro linguistic programming, and a hypnotherapist. So I've got a lot of skills which I use in my clients, which I'm now happy to share with you. I hope they're a benefit. So do join me as a subscriber. I'd love to have you. Any questions, post a comment below this video. You can also reach me on Facebook at facebook.com/3psmedia. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you soon.